actually a preschool teacher to be specific. And then the other members of the founding team saying we were teachers in a school setup. But during the pandemic, we all found ourselves at a crossroad of wanting to do something different.
I think I was transitioning into a different version of myself.
Me, working in a traditional school for the past 30 years.
It's a break from my routinary job before.
It was the height of the pandemic. It was something that I just really gravitated towards.
So lumabas kami sa school setup, lumabas kami in a traditional school, and then here we are trying to enrich the learning pathways of different students. So we're here actually for traditional schoolers, we're here for homeschoolers, but best of all, we're actually here for lifelong learners. Sometimes we have a very box perspective of what learning is all about. That's what Navitas seeks to be able to do, to help people of all ages discover their own style, discover their own pathway to learning. The first Navitas site that we actually started to develop, of course, design, plan for, is in Tagaytay. It happened also during the pandemic because that's when the big idea came upon us.
It was still Tagaytay. The Navitas Haus was really unexpected.
This one in Poblacion, we were not really planning to have it, and I think it's meant for us.
I joined the team during the pandemic. When I heard that we'll go to Poblacion, specifically Poblacion, I was very excited. I know Poblacion is a place for creatives, madaming mga neighborhood cafes and restaurants that are already existing in Poblacion that time. I was very excited kasi I know that Giro is a brand will be complementing that community here in Poblacion. Everything in our menu came from scratch. Aside from some items na talagang existing na din sa Giro nung nasa Quezon City siya, but most of our menu items talagang started from scratch. So our R&D, our research and development, we took it very seriously. Kaya it's very special to me kasi parang kaming nag-start from as baby talaga. Talagang pinagtulungan namin yung menu, how we want the customers to see Giro as a brand, and how Giro becomes part of a community.
So when we saw the place and we found it to be in the middle of Poblacion, there's something that spoke to us. It's very authentic, very real, very grounded, and I think Poblacion is that. It's very authentic, very unapologetic for what it is. It's residential, but you have hubs of different people, different individuals, different collectives trying to forward a cause or trying to forward a project. So we found the location to be very perfect.
I really wanted to pursue something else. I really wanted to challenge myself to a point na I wanted to do corporate. Something spoke to me na grateful lang ako na Navitas was there at that time. It opened a gate for me.
It's a bit new to me, the concept. But at the same time, I'm excited. I'm sure that I'll be learning much.
Ako kasi laki akong traditional school. When Teacher Elo discussed about Navitas to us, very hopeful ako that it will become a game changer in the future. Kasi it's not very typical.
Yeah, the idea of Navitas, it's very new. The concept is very new. I was very excited, looking forward to it. It's the transition that I went through during pandemic. Like, I want to have a new environment.
At first, it actually struck me as an idea that had so much life to it, that had so much energy and vision to it. There was just a need at that time for something fresh, something that gave hope. At first, it wasn't like a very, very clear, defined concept, but we knew that it was something that we wanted to be part of.
There's a renewed hope and excitement about life.
We haven't even turned 1 year old yet since we opened to the public, but we've had already storytelling, dumpling making, ano pa ba? Of course, gatherings for parents, an art fest, even a classical night evening wherein we converted the entire house to become a cozy venue for a classical show.
This is a place where you can really find rest, and I myself is actually excited for others to experience how it feels to be part of Navitas.
Parang dito ko nakita yung kindred souls, yung parang the same intention and the same love for what we do. Every day I'm very excited to go to work kasi the relationship that I have with not only with my team but with the rest of Navitas team, and parang kaming family dito.
Previously, it's not all about work. Sobrang intertwined yung lives namin through the highs and the lows. Kung ano man yung shared vision namin, I know magagawa ng paraan if we do it together.
I'm from Cebu. One, the language is a very big reminder for me that this is not home. Manila is not home. It's a place where I work. But it just feels like the community of Navitas, the people I work with, the team, and the people coming here, it feels like home.
Navitas was something that would really be my home. It welcomed the things that I have always aspired to have. It continues to provide space for exploration, for growth, but even for sometimes unsuccessful attempts. It's a safe space for those things. I feel very lucky to have this kind of environment that allows that. The community has always been very light. There's a lot of laughter within the walls of Navitas.
To embrace learning that way, it doesn't always have to be in a box. It doesn't always have to be linear. Again, not to say that other places are not good, but here we are just offering other options, offering other environments kasi ang tao rin naman iba-iba, diba? We just want to add to the many options out there. I believe that ang number one na nabibigay natin sa ating mga anak ay yung disposition natin, yung attitude natin, whether spoken out loud or not. So if I want my daughter to not be afraid of math, I have to be the first. If I want my daughter to never say, I don't have a chance at art, I have to be the first. So to a parent, I want them to see Navitas Learning House as something for the whole family. Pwede pala. For them to really take the humble position also of a student, and that's very powerful for a child to witness.
It's a beautiful playground. I want them to see Navitas as a partner, genuine, authentic group of human beings that can go with them through life. In its truest sense, kung ano yung lifelong learning, you do it with a group of like-minded people.
Sometimes you come here and there's a breath of fresh air.
Yun yung mga actually yung feedback ng mga tao na pumapasok dito. Wow! Parang we cannot imagine that there's place like this in this busy area. So, I feel happy hearing that kasi yun naman talaga yung hindi to intimidate them but to welcome them. It's a welcome place for everyone.
Coming from a position na magkaka-baby ako soon, I'm very thankful that I'm part of this community kasi I know that my child will be surrounded by people or by a community like Navitas. Actually, sa ibang tao, ganyan, they also see Navitas as their safe space.
You can be you in the community. That's why I feel like it's like home. If there's anything for anyone visiting Navitas, even joining the events or programs, that it's okay to be you.
Something that is full of life, something that is full of soul, and something that is authentic and very, very well made for everyone.
Long after these teachers' faces and teachers' names are gone, inside the homes of different families, in the different environments and different workplaces of young professionals, hopefully there are pockets of unafraid learning and unafraid project spearheading, unafraid discoveries, to always be curious, to never be afraid, to always be filled with wonder. When you put up your business, when you put up your projects, to not be afraid. If you don't know the pathway for you to ask the right questions, that's Navitas for you. That you will not be afraid sometimes to put new combinations together, even if nobody else has done it in the past. In our lives, we will not sink 10 taon na pala yung lumipas, and then it just got lost in the daily grind. Hopefully, we have little celebrations in our household that say, this is our family, this is what we enjoy doing, this is what we have discovered, this is what we have connected. Real learning is always having a heart that's filled with wonder, always willing to start from zero. That's where Navitas enters the picture. Through our curation, something jumps in your heart, and that's what we want to give to you.